show. I'm about to take that. You already. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I have a special little, overpowered gift, like always. Today I'm going to do, a couple years back, I watched an anime, and it's called Problem Children from Another World. It basically has the same concept as quirks, but instead of quirks, they're gifts. Now, the main character, I'm going to be giving Deku his ability. Now, it's not necessarily a ability, it's every ability. Not abilities like teleportation that gets so specific that, you gotta break it down bit by bit. But his ability is, it's a bunch of mumbled words on a screen. So you can't really read it. So I named it, Aurora's Intervention. So what this would do for Deku is, he just get every basic superhuman ability. Everything that a normal human can do, he can do millions of times better. Say for instance, a normal human can pick up not like if I'm not mistaken, it's super ultra instinct shallots. Not like his. This is not like super. It's, how do I put this the best way? Okay. So, if for instance a normal person were to pick up a rock, and toss it into the water and create like a little splash, he could pick up a normal size rock, like the one the same person just picked up, throw it into a water with all his strength, and literally evaporate the whole fucking ocean that he just threw it into. That's how strong he is, to where he breaks the sound barrier inches away from him. It's basically a power that nobody in My Hero Academia should have. And I'm also going to do a what if, but you'll see that come out like a little later when I get everything ready. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start getting into it. So from a young age, Deku's always been, as a baby, Deku was born, smart. He could already talk. He could already think properly. He could already do basically anything a normal person can do. This is due to his genius level intellect and, maybe I should just explain the abilities from Aurora's Intervention. Alright. So first there's genius level intellect. He's super intelligent, like 20 Albert Einsteins packed in the same body times one Dr. Doolittle times Artemis Fowl 22 times, And I'm using people, smart people. Then you have skilled brawler. He's like amazing at fighting. He'd be amazing at fighting. Then you have master strategist. He's strategic to the point where not even Shikamaru from Naruto can outdo him. Then you got indomitable willpower. It's basically like Conqueror's Haki. It's basically the rules of Conqueror's Haki. With Conqueror's Haki, you can't put anybody to sleep with a weak will, with a will stronger than yours or at the same level of yours. Then you have extreme courage. This is actually an ability due to Isaiah's power, because that's his original name in the anime. Sakamaki, something. So, then there's extreme tenacity, superhuman strength, and I'm talking superhuman. Then there's superhuman speed, superhuman durability, superhuman stamina, superhuman reflexes, superhuman agility, and superhuman perception. Those are just the natural abilities, like that he was in Earth with before he got isekai'd. Then you have earthquake generation, shockwave generation, resistance towards everything, and then he has a weapon. This weapon would be okay if you know Aries quirk, Aries from My Hero Academia. Yeah, she has the ability to literally, if she wanted to, she could destroy a quirk. Then you have no, she can revert you to a spot in time where you don't have a quirk, where you didn't have a quirk. Then you have basically quirk erasing. Then you have Aizawa with a quirk cancellation quirk. Basically, put those two abilities together and then jam them into a pole. That's the pole that Deku has, you know, because it's a part of his ability, and it's pretty amazing. So let's get back into it. I'll say Deku's already able to talk, even though he's a newborn. You know, everybody's wondering, well, this may be his quirk, genius level intellect. And then later on throughout the years, he starts, the doctors start to see, the doctors start to see that he's stronger than even All Might. He's faster than even All Might. He's got the brains of a god. He's got the body of a god. They don't know what his quirk is. So, they bring in heroes like All Might to come see this amazing, astounding little boy who has such a bright future, or such a dark future, that no one could be able to stop him, even now. And it's like he's developing abilities from left and right. So, they ask him, this is as a baby, guys. This is as a baby. They ask him, what does he want to be when he grows up? And he says, I don't even know yet. I haven't left this hospital yet. You guys won't let me leave, and I haven't even explored the world for myself, so how can I say that? And they start to think about, this kid is so smart. He's a newborn, basically. He's so smart, yet no one can tell what's going to happen. What's this? I'm going to say, give me a shout out. But, I think... okay. So then, a couple years go by. He's constantly getting, looked at by heroes, by everybody, and he's bored in life. He knows that he can become a great hero like All Might. He knows this. But with his genius level intellect, he already knows that he has a somewhat ideology as Stain. That these heroes don't do it because of, it's the right thing to do. They do it because of publicity, and they want to get recognized, and for money, for the spot of a number one hero. So he gets that ideology, and, at the age of, say, 4, he meets Bakugo, and Bakugo says, well, I want to be the number one hero. And when I get my quirk, I'm going to do just that. Hey, what's your quirk? He says, asking Deku. Deku says, well, it doesn't really have a name yet, but, basically, I'm better than anyone ever in history. Bakugo scoffs and says, well, that's kind of presumptuous of you, don't you think? What about All Might? Deku smiles and says, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm better than him. This is 4-year-old Deku, y'all." And, they've always told him not to get too cocky, but he's not gonna let, no, he's not gonna lie about anything. They want All Might to keep the title of number one hero as of right now, you know. So, let's see. And it's gotten to the point where there's actually been attempts to kidnap Deku, but nobody knows this due to the fact that the heroes aren't the one that's stopping the kidnappers. Deku is. So, you know, I'm gonna mix this up a little bit. Let's say that, yeah, okay. Let's say that Shigaraki. Let's say that Shigaraki, he went to the same school as Deku and Bakugo. Deku saw potential in Shigaraki, but he didn't know what his quirk was. So he walked over to him, and Shigaraki started to shake, as Deku was getting closer. And as Deku approached him, he says, "Please don't hurt me," as he puts his hand up to his face, but without touching his pinky towards his face. He says, "Please don't hurt me." Deku says, "Well, why would I hurt you?" Shigaraki looks up and says, "Well, because I have a villain quirk, don't I?" Deku says, "Wait. Who told you you have a villain quirk?" That's when Shigaraki replies, "The doctors and everyone that I know." That's when Deku says, "Okay. Well, what is your quirk?" And I forgot, decay, I believe. Yeah, I think it's decay. So Shigaraki's gonna say, my quirk's called decay. Um, it if I touch someone, it causes their skin to decay, and if I touch anything, it really causes it to decay. It causes it to decay and rust away. And Deku says, "Oh wow, that's pretty powerful, don't you think?" It's maybe I can make you a pair of gloves. Deku said, I mean, Shigaraki says, "How? How would you do that?" Then, the two become. Deku explains the process of, creating stuff with the ability to nullify a quirk. Um, Deku then says, "Well, I'll do this if we can become friends." And Shigaraki says, "Yeah." Because, I always want to mix something up differently in my what ifs. I just feel like that should be, at least what I do. So, 2 years go by and Deku's finished the gloves. They have the ability to nullify a, a quirk. And unless the user wants them to, and if he wants to use his quirk, all he has to do is take the the glove off, or cut the tips of the fingers off of the gloves. And Shigaraki's thanking Deku. The two become best friends, even closer than Bakugo and And we'll say that this time the kid that's getting bullied by Bakugo when he discovers his quirk is Shigaraki. This makes Deku mad. So Deku picks up a rock, tosses it in his hand, grabs it, and then launches it towards Bakugo. but like in front of Bakugo's face, not to the point where it hits him, and it creates a crater in the ground. Bakugo's terrified. He doesn't know what just happened. Everybody says, "Oh my God, look at those kids! They're over there fighting." One of them just threw a rock, and it created that huge crater. That's when Deku scoffs and says, "Huh, whoa! I see the person who's really gonna become a villain is you, huh, Bakugo?" And Bakugo says, "What do you mean? I was just practicing using my quirk on villains, and you monster." And that's when the idea comes to Deku. Well, then he says out loud, "Well, if I'm a monster, I might as well act like one, shouldn't I?" He picks up a rock, tosses it in his hand, and begins to throw it again. When Bakugo starts to run off, and All Might comes and grabs Deku's hand and says, "Young Midoriya, you shouldn't do stuff like that." Shigaraki's freaking out because, it's All Might. The crowd of people that was, well, not the crowd, but like the bystanders are saying, "Oh my God, isn't that All Might? How does he know that kid?" Shigaraki asks, "Midoriya, you know All Might?" Mm, Deku scoffs and says, "Yeah, I do. I guess." And, we'll say in this, Deku knows about All Might's condition already because genius level intellect, of course. Um, so, yeah, okay. Alright. And then that day, Deku walks off the playground. He goes home. So, it goes to the start of the anime, and, Deku's on the roof. He's not in class. He's on the roof. And, everybody's wondering, well, he gets the highest grades. He's already, No, you know what? Forget that. No, he skipped multiple grades. I'm talking first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. No, yeah, eighth. He skipped all of those grades because he's taken the placement test. And the placement test is a test that you take when you have a genius type quirk, and you just want to get out of school because you already know everything. Deku took the test and he succeeded, but he wants to take the hero exam the same year as Shigaraki, so he waits, and everything. Shigaraki is, walking home, and Shigaraki's walking home with Deku, because Deku waited for Shigaraki, and when a sludge villain, when they decide to take a shortcut. With this, I'll say Deku found out about Shigaraki's, home life, and Shigaraki ran away from home. Yeah, and he's living with Deku, so the two of them are like brothers now. Because if you think about it, the two were the same in the anime. One was getting, abused at home and everything. The other was, being told that he's worthless for not having a quirk. So those two were like closer than you'd actually believe. So then, try my best. Okay. So then, they're walking home together, and they decide to take a shortcut. But as they get towards the bridge, uh, Deku starts to notice that there's a lot of things that's off under this bridge, and as the sludge villain comes out of the sewer and pounces at them, Deku, he pushes Shigaraki out the way, and you know he pushes Shigaraki out the way, and yeah, and they both land on the ground. The sludge villain says, "Huh? Well, you have a pretty good quirk, don't you? You is this some sort of observation quirk? Well, it doesn't matter. I'll be taking I'll be taking it. I'll be needing to use your body. So just come over here and let me use it real quick. I promise you, it won't hurt. All you will need is just a little bit of death." Deku says, I'd say you have about 30 seconds before All Might gets here, right? That's when the sludge villain says, "How do you know about All Might? How did you know he was following me?" So then, 15 seconds of evading and, you know, creating shockwaves, knocking the villain back while the villain tries to come attack constantly, everything. And then All Might arrives. Did I say minutes? I mean seconds. All Might arrives. And, Deku is. Deku says, yeah, you can take care of the rest. We're gonna leave." Shigaraki says, "Well, don't we want to watch? Don't we want to watch? I mean, it'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?" Deku says, "I've watched him fight a lot of villains. I mean, he's good, but not my level." So, alright. So Deku, you know, 10 months pass, and he doesn't really have to train much, due to the hero, due to the, due to him naturally being how he is, um, everything. The heroes are, he's able to get into UA with a scholarship, but no, I mean with a recommendation, but he wants to take the hero entrance exam with Shigaraki because him and Shigaraki are best friends, you know. And I'm just gonna leave it here because I've gotten too close to the entrance exam. So I mean, yeah, have fun, and I will do my other what if when when Zor creates the picture for me because it needs to be a special picture. And I'll see you guys later.